live? Oh, I'm live. What's going on? What is going on? Finally.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop Union Tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit your team, shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Kansas City versus Patriots today. Damn.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. right now, 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They took it to 10.
Alright.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on
like
the camera. Boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on it.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL
on
EA Sports.
There we go. Finished.
Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, as they'll square off against Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champion, New England Patriots.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots.
Hold up. Shit,
The snow continuing to pile up at game time. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Lamar Jackson bringing out the Baltimore Ravens off of a big win last weekend against San Francisco. You think back to when Jackson took over the starting spot towards the end of last year, Charles. He's 16-3 as Baltimore's starter. Not a great day throwing the football last weekend against San Fran because of the weather, but he was really good running it.
He certainly was. 101 yards and a touchdown, and really had all eyes on him the entire game. And despite that, still ran for over 100 yards. He is absolutely incredible. He's up to 977 yards rushing for the year.
No. Wow.
There goes Mark Ingram. The 30. The 20.
No, but my fault right there. My fault right there, guys.
Ravens touchdown.
My fault right there. My fault.
Mark Ingram.
Already.
75 yards. Wow. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This will be fielded at the 6.
I'm not sure right there.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Shotgun now for Brady.
Oh, what happened? What? That's a flag though.
Pass interference. Defense.
Alright.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Brady going to throw. His throw incomplete. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Brady to throw.
There we go, there we go. There we go.
Gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Wide open. Wide open.
Get into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
All right, there it goes.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Touchback.
Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore taking the field again here, and as we mentioned earlier, getting the win over San Fran this past week to get to 10-2. That's now 8 straight victories for the Ravens. That's a new franchise record. And you mentioned that they are going to have their, in all likelihood, their 2nd consecutive division crown in the AFC North. Last year, they barely got it at the end of the season. They've got a full 3-game lead this year.
Yeah, they could cruise to the title. It won't be easy because they have to go to Buffalo next. And Buffalo has to have that game in order to keep pace in the wild card race.
Wow.
And they're playing pretty well.
Oh, wow.
But then after they're home against the Jets. Then they take on the Browns. And then they're home for Pittsburgh. So you're right. They've got a chance to kind of cruise in. But I don't think they're going to play it that way. They've got a lot of momentum going. This game, hard to move the ball against those Ravens.
And some incentive. Now Jackson hit
fumble.
the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
Damn.
Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a...
All right. Can you guys hear me?
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Ingram.
Touchdown.
For a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask.
All right.
Defense.
All right.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They're going to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
36. Rip.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 48's the money. Check 48's the money. Get the ball.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Caught by the tight end, Watson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Nice.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
All right.
On first down, Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Why you slip?
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Complete to Watson, the tight end.
Get it! Oh my goodness.
First down there on a pickup at 25.
Damn.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Brady now to throw. This is White on the screen. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 1-yard touchdown reception as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him?
We're tied.
Get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Touchback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
There we go, there we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hold up, sir. Let's see. Change the settings for a minute.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, Snead's got it. And he's taken down, but able to... 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. Had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, guys? Make sure to like this,
the last
video.
run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's up, man? I'm just doing good. What's up?
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The contact. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Yep. Hold up.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
Make sure to hit the like button because it's good. I don't know. So I just hit the like button, right? Because, yeah.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram.
Nice.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
If you're new here,
it's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Ingram.
He
went backwards. He'll be
Are you
down
like
at the 30. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because
Can
they
you
were
guys
able to
hear
free
me?
up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Alright, you guys hear me, you guys hear me, alright. Alright.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Jackson rolling to his right.
Dude, stop running.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Damn.
Charles, as the Patriots get ready for their next snap here on offense, really a lot to unpack with this New England club, particularly this offense. If you listen to some folks, they say the sky is falling, but the bottom line, this is still a 10-2 team.
Doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't, especially after that 6-point loss to Houston. This feels like, I don't know, a 500 team at this point.
Isn't that crazy? But you're right, they are 10-2, okay? Right now I think they're, the number 2 seed in the AFC because Baltimore beat them head-to-head. But all in all, they're not that far off. They've got to figure out what they're doing on offense, though, don't they? Because right now, Tom Brady looks frustrated with his receiving core and their inability to separate and get open downfield.
And the cameras caught Tom Brady pretty visibly frustrated on the sidelines. And as you're alluding to, not the first time he's been frustrated this year. They've been winning ugly in recent weeks, but some people might say winning is winning. But 13-9 over Dallas, 17-10 over the Eagles. What is wrong with the offense?
Well, right now, can they run the football? They ended up getting Isaiah Wynn back at left tackle. I think that will help.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tomadop Peko racks up the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Come on, dude.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Ooh,
that one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
3rd down?
Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Brady now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Brady. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here.
Again?
And a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the ground is Michel.
Under the flag.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
First down.
Another flag.
They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And Michel will find his way in for a New England touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off.
I think it's right.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 40. Starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt.
Wow.
I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense?
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Forbath to add the extra point.
Oh, smooth as a bit. There we go.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Nice.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards to pick up there.
Wait, what happened? No.
Good for a Raven first. They go play action with Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. Brown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter. And with it, on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Now it's Jackson, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. The Ravens going to use the second of their...
Alright guys, I'll be right back.
No.
Yeah.
Be right back. I am eating.
Sorry guys, for keeping you guys waiting. I'm back.
Timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Those are the types of throws that Jackson has to be more efficient with this year. He really put an emphasis on improving his passing accuracy in the offseason because last year as a rookie, 58%, that was it. And his quarterback coach said the ball is coming out of his hand cleaner. The timing looks better. That's what they're run. But now...
Hold up. Let me check replays. It was around right here, right? Yeah. Okay.
He continues his quest to be more well-rounded and improve on his conservative 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns he threw for last season. Jackson now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he... He's dropped.
12 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Jackson now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Brings up the 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
He spins free.
Let's go, fellas.
So we've reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A spin, muscles him off. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To this home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right?
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Shoot. Hey, ball 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. They win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Motion. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Check it.
Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Live now, Kubrit.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
6-man. Check curls. Hey.
To throw again. Brady. They'll check this one down to Michelle. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Snap the ball.
Now Brady again. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of this is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Snap the ball. Thank you.
Brady gives to Michelle.
How hard is snap the ball?
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
And it's Michelle once again. And Michelle will find his way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Nice.
A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That's kind of bad. Actually, that's good. Never mind.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Finding room at the 30. And brought down right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 35. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
To throw is Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 20! And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens. Brown, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Yeah, that was fast.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watch it.
Oh my God. Pass to X, bro. Damn.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Okay. What was that? What was that?
Complete to Watson, the tight end.
Damn.
And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Brady going to throw. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one and a New England 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady, perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Nice.
Thanks.
Now Brady. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
36, 36 to Mike. Wait, did he hit? Mike, 36. Mike, did he hit?
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll set them back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Let's go! Yo!
Touchdown.
Let's go!
The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
Yo!
And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And
Let's
he's
go.
a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
put my favorite number in the chat. 161.
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the
161.
traffic, but usually what
For
it
that,
means
yeah,
is that
my
rather
favorite
than just
number is
winning with height
161. So
or
let's
even
put that in
speed,
chat right now.
they use their
Guys.
quickness to find a way to get open.
Damn.
Tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
161.
Yeah, my favorite number. Yep.
161.
Yep. Yep. Let's go.
Now Forbath for the extra point.
Oh, not bad.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
Damn, that was good. That was good.
$161.
Yeah. Appreciate with the 161s.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Touchback. Let's go!
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
All right, let's do this.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Ingram's got the first down and more. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 30, trash. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line, 75.
And it's blocked.
Get it.
It's
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Damn. Let's go.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normally, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowled their backs and got after it.
Yeah, a little revenge.
Way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Face mask.
Okay.
Defense.
Nice. Ooh. Took that.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
On 1st down, Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check the team. Check the shadow. Hey, 66.
Throwing now is Brady. To Michelle on the dump ball. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Run it. There we go.
Generate big plays for an offense.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He's going to hook up to Izzo. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
We got one.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle.
Boy, going back. Why are you
Only
going back?
that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, my God.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down and goal. Brady. The quick slant caught.
Let's go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Brady. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Let's go to this. Let's go now.
Out is the
right
kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Ooh, that's bad.
This fielded at the 2.
Let's go.
And he'll make it across the 20. As his and now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Gonna throw again. Snead's got it.
Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Damn.
Willie Snead, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
Shit.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by the tight end, Watson.
Let's go.
Well executed, 22-yard gain.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
Let's see. All right.
Now Brady on the bootleg.
Right there.
That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On on second down, Michelle.
Get it.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6
Yes,
yards
sir.
to pick
Let's
up, and
go.
that's a first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was close.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady.
Damn.
Get away, and Brady will go down. Jihad Ward able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
4th down, huh?
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock,
go for it.
Really increases their chances of closing this one
go
out.
For it.
Now
go
they're
for
likely
it.
going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Let's go! Let's go! My friend, let's put the number again, 161.
Benjamin Watson.
Yeah. 161.
I like that.
They add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is
completed
for a
4th
touchdown
down
pass like that, I think any defensive
Oh my God, it was 4th down.
just puts their face right into their hands.
I thought
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Forbath, the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
This fielded at the 2.
Oh, yes,
and he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. That'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Draw play. Ingram now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 42 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
End zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat
it.
Oh,
my goodness.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my theme of Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brady on target to Elba. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Face mask. Defense.
All right.
Play me online head to
tight
head.
game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties.
But like, I don't have.
We know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same.
PS+.
Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Sorry about that, but like, you can still watch.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Maybe next time. I get it. All right.
Here's Brady to throw. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
But welcome to this channel.
He's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle.
Watson.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
What?
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And his kick is good.
Okay,
got enough on it to put it through.
Hey man,
that'll push the lead up to 8.
If you want
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Jackson throwing again. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Willie Snead all alone.
Oh, dude.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are back within a single score. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense? So
under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. To throw is Brady. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
We should take a timeout.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Damn.
Brady going option left. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Defense.
All right.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, hey, bro, welcome to this channel.
Brady going option left. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 200 right now.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
I don't know.
To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
That's it. That's game. Yeah, make sure to subscribe now.
It's another thing
try and get to
put up
200
the amount
stuff.
of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Damn. That was a good game.
STR.
asking my name, huh? You ready? STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind.
Yo, GG's in chat, bro.
Better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition.
GG's in chat, yeah.
Putting live from the winning side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out.
GG's in the chat, yeah.
Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good.
GG.
Yeah, I appreciate the GG's. That was a good game, actually.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab them. You can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my
chat. GG's in the chat, guys. GG's in the chat.
GG. Nice game.
We see W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched.
GG.
Go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position. Just know your spot. Show don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Yeah, bro.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bag. You ain't geeks. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
GG.
Hello.
GG.
Thanks for the GG's in the chat, guys.
Let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like,
I don't know who to play next, but this might be my last.
She said she not a, she an. Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bag.
Damn.
You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
I don't know who I play next. No on.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put
Hold
the
up.
card in the ATM.
They were back, guys.
Flex mode, this is
yeah.
Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't got a shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never
Hi.
get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never. Underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are.
Yo, I'm back. I'm back. Let's see. Yo, I'm back. I'm back.
With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a sad.
Yo, Jackson, what's up? Welcome to this channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, cause it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, oh my, we All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. Magic. With the gang, we ball out and kick it tragic.
Alright, just gonna beat the Seahawks.
We gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like
oh, you like this song? Alright, take it.
Now my dreams reality, not going back to back.
Yeah, let's
You say
put
that you
it
proud of
like
me, I turn my
3
back, you
minutes
laugh.
ago. This
Hey,
is gonna be
how could you lie to my face?
this is
People
my
claim
last
that they
game
be
of
loyal, they be taking up space.
before I
See
need
my
to go,
broski
right?
lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells,
Did you
I'm
like
not
the song?
going back to
Alright,
those days.
guys.
I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Madden 2-0.
Coach, we are just about set for football at
Yeah,
CenturyLink Field here in
Matt.
Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense led out by number 3, Russell Wilson, the franchise's all-time leader in touchdown passes. And the Seahawks, they finished above 500 in all 7 of Wilson's seasons. But this year, a little different. They'll work with a very young receiving core, no Doug Baldwin anymore, in what promises to be a tough NFC West.
Alert. Shift. Watch out.
On first down, Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Ball start. Offense.
Oh, what?
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
Dude, how you dropped it?
In this case, they managed to get it done.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
25. He's coming. Double up. Alert. Rush in.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Here we go, D.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. That's caught by Hollister.
All right.
Brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They go play action here on first down. And he fends him off.
Okay. I lost a lot.
He's taken down. Devin White. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Damn. Dude, I lost 17.
They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because...
Let's go.
He's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive.
Nice.
Set a tone for...
Hey.
161.
Hey, my man.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Winston and the Bucs take at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. After 1, 7-0 on EA.
Quick. All right, let's see. All right.
Boards.
Ready. Back to the behind. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Wow, okay.
Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 60 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
F in the chat.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here?
Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now a dump off here complete.
Another one.
Personal foul.
Oh, yep, there you go. I knew it. Yep.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Whoa, come on, man.
Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out. touchdown.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Oh my goodness, dude.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
Come on,
really
get it in.
The best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
I'm just going to kick it in.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
I took that better than
so it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points. Intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Myers
nice
for the extra point.
Thumbs up.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Damn.
He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Oh, damn.
30, past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. F and chat, alright.
Following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The partners, Tampa, readies for their next offensive series here. They're 5-7 right now. They've won 2 straight, so we weren't thinking about them as maybe a dark horse playoff wild card team late, but do they have a chance now all of a sudden?
I'd love to say yes, but the answer to me is still no. They've been so inconsistent all year long, and Jameis Winston had a nice game in their last win. No turnovers. That's the key, right? There's good Jameis when that happens, and then there's bad Jameis who will put up big numbers throwing the ball, but he may throw 3 interceptions and fumble twice, and that's going to cost your team. I just don't think that they have everything that you need to make the run necessary, especially with home against Indianapolis, who'll be desperate in that game. At Detroit, that seems okay. And then he end with 2 games at home against Houston and Atlanta. Houston will need it because of the division title will be at stake. And Atlanta, they may want to give their head coach a victory on the way out the door.
You mentioned Jameis Winston. That offense through 12 games, they've scored 340 points, the most in Bucs history. It's just, at times, the defense has had trouble stopping people.
They have, and Jameis and the offense haven't helped at all because while they've scored the 340, how many turnovers have they had? Put the defense in a bad spot. That's the issue for Tampa Bay. Until they can get complementary football going where the offense helps the defense and vice versa, you're going to be an almost 500 team.
Incomplete right there.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jameis to throw it. He completes a
touchdown. Damn.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 15-yard touchdown grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just gonna run it.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Juice WRLD dead. 161.
Hold up.
Get ready.
What did it say? You know Joshua is dead. Oh yeah, I know Joshua is dead. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Get ready. Get ready.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A final shot before break. Wilson. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
Anyways, welcome to this channel.
This is fielded at the goal line.
If you want to subscribe.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Ogunbowale. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They run it. It's Ogunbowale. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Returnable for Lockett. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly.
He's not going to
do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them.
Also, like, you know, except
this time.
he also
so how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Never forgotten. He's good. A legend, like Joshua and Lexus Tentacion and the others.
There's Wilson. Now they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. These two teams all tied up 16 apiece as we start the 4th quarter. And that one's
good.
Not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
No. Get him down. Okay, thank you.
This close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Play action now. Winston. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 minutes, dude. If I cannot block this.
With 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Hogan Bawale.
All right. All right.
Stop Bradley
I like that. I like that.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time.
I didn't see what I picked. Just click wherever. So
On second down.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I got the football. I got the football. I got the tackle. I got tackle.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
They're going to get field goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to run up and tackle him.
I got 23 seconds. I got 23 seconds.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Flag.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
It's... Okay.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question.
Come on.
Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And that's caught inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes.
Let's go. Oh, my God.
Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with 9 seconds remaining, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now Winston. He's
good. No.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
161.
A pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try to find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
Appreciate the GGs. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Hard-working men and women on our crew. I'm Brandon Garner.
Yeah,
you've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
I'll see you guys next time.
It's a win for the Seahawks here.
Yeah. Let's go. Appreciate the GGs in the chat. And see you guys later. Alright. Alright, guys.